Hey, it's Thom with another exciting edition of Turntable Tuesday. And today I'm wearing, in honor of the Super Bowl, the Atlanta Falcons tie-dye. Because, you know, the Falcons were robbed. They should have been in the Super Bowl. If another 127 calls had gone their way this season, they would have been there. Saints, I mean, they had one bad call, and everybody was complaining. Imagine if your entire season was just a fiasco of bad calls and bad plays as well. Well, listen, today I got a special, super special edition. This album here is called, you can hear it in the background, it's called Precious Friend. It's a little bit loud. We're going to turn it down just a tad. That was Arlo Guthrie saying. This album is... I don't know. I got to dedicate this edition to a couple of people. Mara Dady. Mara, you were just talking to me the other day about the fact that her uncle, who's, having some health issues and hope he's doing better, absolutely. He met Pete Seeger. I believe he actually played with him or opened for him or something. I was like, man, Pete Seeger. And I just remember when she showed me the picture of her uncle with Pete Seeger, I was like, man, I would love to get my hands on a copy of Precious Friend by Arlo Guthrie and Pete Seeger. It's the two of them, and Arlo on this album is just absolutely hilarious. He has some really funny anecdotes. Pete Seeger, you guys that are into this Americana stuff and everything like that. I mean, this guy was the first, man. He did the songs that he sings, the way he sings them, the sing-alongs. It's I don't know. This is a double. For some reason I'm doing some double stuff. And there was an earlier Pete Seeger and Arlo Guthrie album, or Arlo Guthrie and Pete Seeger is how they build it. And I don't think that one is nearly as good as this one. Now, I also got to send this one out to my sister Kathleen, so if she's made it this far into the video. So when I was a young lad, just a wee lad, she was going to Cornell University. And, you don't necessarily want your little brother tagging along with you when you're a Cornellian, or whatever they call those Cornell students. So anyhow, she invited me up to see this guy named Arlo Guthrie. And honestly, I didn't know anything about Arlo. And the show was absolutely amazing. He did this extended version of Alice's Restaurant that was even longer than the 18 and a half minutes. He doesn't do that much anymore. I've seen him since, and I've only seen him do Alice's Restaurant that one time. And it was worth it, because like 157 Riverside Avenue, which I mentioned the other day, I actually, as a party trick, I used to do the entire Alice's Restaurant. And in some ways, I credit my bizarre sense of humor, which some people find funny, other people find annoying. Yes, Mrs. Jennings, you are one of those people that finds it annoying, in a loving kind of way. But I think a lot of my humor comes from a guy like Arlo Guthrie. He's just sort of funny, and, he can poke fun at serious things, but do it in a way that's funny. He's definitely not as corny as I am, even though I can't eat corn anymore because of my diverticulitis or losis, whichever one of them. The kind that you can't eat corn. Anyhow, on a serious note, so at this show in Ithaca, it was one of my... as far as a live concert, there was a song, I actually wrote an article about this about 3 years ago. Arlo did this version of Amazing Grace that is just, wow. He did the whole intro on the origin of the song, and I won't spoil it for you, because I really would like you to look it up, because the version that's on this album is pretty faithful to the version that I saw there in Ithaca. Sorry about that terrible edit. My wife called. She's going to be mad at me for not taking a message. But anyhow, he did the version of Amazing Grace. It was religious to the point it was spiritual, moving, incredible. Anyhow, Arlo Guthrie, Pete Seeger, Precious Friend. I got a lot of precious friends out there. You know who you are. Thank you so much for being my friend. Thanks for coming along on this exercise in self-indulgence Turntable Tuesday. Saw my grandkids there, Taylor and Theo, looking at vinyl the other day. Made me feel good. We put that picture in the beginning. So that's about it, man. Until next Tuesday, this is Thom. This has been Turntable Tuesday. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant, excepting Alice.